I've got a couple of questions. On Jeff Grant's letter, on the back page, they talk about the management of the letter that will eventually be. Is that also a board letter?
Yeah, that's independent of the numbers. That's if they find any issues which need to be dealt with from a management perspective. For instance, if the bank reconciliations are not being done on a monthly basis.
It's part of the package that will be sent to the board.
That's correct, yes.
The other item, how long will the first audit take?
They'll be,
Should we expect our first report?
they told us that we're gonna ask them to come in and do their field work the last week of April. That's kind of the time frame that gives Christine and I a break there, so we'll ask to come in there. And it'll be 60 to 75 days after that we could expect the report.
Early July, possibly
Yeah.
before, but we should have
That'll
something.
probably be a good job, yeah.
Now, I understand as soon as we hire him, they're gonna send in a request for
Oh, yeah.
information.
Oh, yeah.
And so they'll have information shipped to them prior to them coming in and doing the actual audit here.
Yeah.
The last thing I had was on the last page of Mr. Graham's letter. Did anybody comment or interpret this last paragraph there and just give me kind of a ballpark figure of what he's saying?
Sure, I know, but
And this may be a
are
standard.
you talking about as part of our audit? a letter?
Yeah, as part of our audit, a letter of presentation we presented to management determining certain, what's he trying to tell us?
Well, they send, the first thing they do is they send an engagement letter, which has to be signed by the CEO. And that spells out what they will do in their audit. And then, then they ask us,
It was difficult for me not being an accountant.
There are matters that-
To really understand what he's trying to say.
well, they're gonna ask us on the management letter what they do, and then they'll ask us if we know of any contingent liabilities that we have out there. They're gonna ask us our representation of that, and then they'll confirm that with letters. For instance, they'll send letters to all of our bank accounts asking an independent representation from the banks. They'll send them to our attorneys, asking if there's any contingent liabilities out there that we, that they need to be aware of. So I think I think they're referring to their management letter, which they send, which is the first thing they do is that, and that authorizes them to engage with us to do the audit. I think is what we're saying there. But all of us in the management have to complete, as a part of the audit, have to complete a sort of question and answer of, are we aware of anything that's not stated in the financials, and if we are, what are those? Is there any representation?
Well, I interpret what he's saying, he's putting their administration on the line, that what they gathered at the audit is what has been conveyed to them.
Yeah.
And if something pops up later, it's not their fault that they didn't catch it. But
This is to cover your.
yeah, but it could also put some pressure on administration, be sure they tell them the truth.
Okay.
That's exactly the way I interpret that's what that says.
You know, I think another thing too, I don't know, when you hear comments and what has been in the paper sometimes about people said, well, you lost this, and, where's this amount of money, different. Again, there's different kind of audits, and this is not an investigative audit.
No, it's not.
Y'all aware, it's not an investigative audit, it's just to start off auditing the books for the first quarter. And secondly, the number of people that an audit firm sends down, that really doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean it's going to get quicker. It helps, but a lot of it depending on the information that staff gets, because staff's going to have to do a lot of it themselves. It's not just the audit firm doing it. Another question I have, where it talks about out-of-pocket expenses, is there a not to exceed number?
That his estimation, that number would be in the not to exceed $3,000, be in that range, yeah.
That's the out-of-pocket?
Yes, that's for travel expenses.
By the way, they were asked for their staff to stay in Glen.
Why would they not?
You never
You
know.
know what, you ought to ask some of the other governmental stuff around here and find out that's not where they always stay.
Really?
Yep.
It isn't like we lack motels.
No, it's not at all.
What do they say?
Granbury.
You know, I personally have no problem with parish moving fights. I think they've done a great job
Right.
for several years, no reason not to. But I do like the idea of getting someone fresh and new because of this transition that we're making. I
And
think it
just,
sure seems like a good.
just to follow up, I talked with Stephen Kimmel, who's the CFO of the Hendrick Health System. He would be, had a very good recommendation, said, you know, they're very thorough, very fair, and spoke very well of Jeff Graham in terms of his relationship, his working relationship with him, so they had a very favorable recommendation.
All minds clear? Then we'll call the question, and all in favor of the motion, please signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
And Mr. Chairman, I'll send a letter to the other firms, thanking them for their presentation and telling them we've selected another firm.
Probably ought to, I'm sure you have already, but I still recommend that you have a phone call with Parrish and Moody to be sure. This is no insult at all to their firm. They're a reputable firm, done us a good job over the years, but I just think it's healthy. And I think this board apparently thinks it's healthy because to rotate this, and in the future, we don't want to damage any potential relationship because they're good people.
And thank you, Finance Committee, for doing all the legwork. Appreciate it.